Hey, it's Brian Sims with the show Between the Show, and today I want to talk about happiness. And this is the secret to happiness. Now, I went around before I did this blog. I asked some people in the office here, what do you think the secret to happiness is? And I had a lot of different answers. One answer was love, finding a love relationship, that person that you can share your entire life with. That's the secret to happiness. Or maybe it's a pet, when the pet comes home, he's so excited to see you. That's the secret to happiness. Or maybe it's watching sports or watching a show on TV. But you know what? All those things are sort of fleeting when it comes to happiness. There really is just one thing that will make you happy, and that is work. Yeah, work. You wouldn't think, because a lot of times in society, we're doing whatever we can not to work. We're living for the weekend. We're hoping that the workday will end so that we can be, satisfied on the weekend with our own time. But the bottom line is this: if you're passionate, if you have work in your life, that is when you're going to be the most happiest. And you can actually translate it to any part of your life. Think about working out, for example. Working out, when you're in the middle of it, yeah, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's grind out, but afterwards you have this, flow of endorphins in your body. You feel so good about yourself. Usually after a workout, for me, I'm not like, oh, that's awful, that's the worst thing ever. You're sitting there, and sometimes I'll even work till I throw up, and I'm like, this feels great, this is awesome, and then I see the results of all the work that I've been putting in, and that's one of the most awesome feelings that you can have as well. But if you go to your job every single day and you're just like, ugh, I hate my job, my boss doesn't do this for me, are you really doing what you need to do in that job to work hard, or are you just complaining about what you have to do? If you actually put all those complaints aside and busted it out, went into your job every single day and was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to work as hard as I can today. You know what? Set goals for yourself at work, and you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And you don't do it for validation. You don't do it so that somebody will like you or somebody will appreciate you, but you do it truly for you. That's when you'll find you'll be happy in your life. And really, you can apply it to anything. I mean, even love relationships, Love relationships fail all the time. Why? Because people don't put work into it. They don't. They just exist together, and then they think about the things that they hate about the other person. They complain instead of just going in there and being like, you know what, I'm going to work on this relationship. We're going to set goals together. I read an article recently that said one of the best things you can do in a relationship is to work together. It's to find a project, whether it's, helping the homeless, or whether it's building a gazebo out in your backyard, but just work together to a common goal and a common prize. Because then when you get done and you're sitting there and you're relaxing in your new gazebo, or you just helped out some homeless people, you're going to feel so good and so happy inside. So give it a shot, bust it out, go into work tomorrow with the attitude of, yeah, I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm going to maximize. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to enjoy myself while I'm doing it, instead of going into it with, oh man, this is boring, and my company and CEO should do this and that for me, Take ownership of your life. Work hard. Anyone who's a millionaire, I've found, they didn't stumble into it. They worked hard. And on the other side of that, if I find people that are rich and they didn't work for it, they're some of the most miserable people you've ever met. They, they eat bad. They, are on all sorts of drugs and that sort of thing. And even that, if you're unhappy and the only way you're coping with it is like a Friday night getting drunk as you possibly can, I mean, are you really happy? I mean, I get at that point, you're like sort of just being desensitized to your unhappiness. Maybe you think you're happy while you're, doing shots of tequila, but you wake up the next morning, and do you feel happy? Do yourself a favor, work hard, get a goal, grind it out, put in the effort. You want to be 10% body fat? Work towards it. You will be so happy that you did. All right, check out my social media stuff. You can go to The Brian Sims Show or BrianSimsShow.com, BAS Radio at Instagram, The Brian Sims at Twitter, and then you can get my Facebook too through the website there. Thanks for watching.